A toxic week for the box office. Let's talk about the roses and caught stealing. So, starting with the roses, I really liked this movie. So, this movie had Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman, and I thought they were such a perfect casting because they felt like a real couple. They felt like they had been married for years, even though this movie is just like an hour and a half flick. So, The Roses is about a couple that in the beginning, they seem very happy. They seem like the perfect people, but the inciting incident is that they kind of switch roles. They switch from Benedict Cumberbatch being the breadwinner to Olivia Colman being the breadwinner with her restaurant business. While him as an architect, he fails because the building crashes down and things like that. And so they switch roles, and he has to become more of the dad of the house, and she's excelling in her career. And throughout this movie, there's a lot of resentment and resentment, content, and just jealousy. And when you have those in a relationship, it shows so well in this movie. When you have those in a relationship, the relationship is really over. You know, that's what I was thinking while this movie was happening. What is that? Oh, sorry. While this movie was happening, I felt like when resentment and content shows into a relationship, a lot of divorce lawyers always say this: the relationship is over. It's done. Bye. It's done. So that's what I really liked what they showed, because one of the scenes, Olivia, sorry, I don't know the real, guys, I never know the character names. I only ever know the actor names. So Olivia and Benedict have this fight scene at the dinner table while all of their friends are there, and they're doing this like really great bickering back and forth of just jealousy of jealousy and hatefulness, and just they clearly don't like each other, and that's when they decide to get into a divorce. And this is where the movie kind of gets fun. Is it gets fun and so toxic, but they're both so toxic that I think that they're just right for each other, which comes together in the end. But they have these scenes where Benedict is trying to sabotage her career. She sabotages his career by using an AI deepfake. He sabotages her career by putting toenail clippings or shavings into her food, and she has to be like, and mushrooms, and she has to be like, no, don't eat it, please. Because he wants the house. He's like, we're not good for each other. We're not good for each other. I just want the house after this divorce. Like, just let me have the house. And she's like, no, I paid for this, which I'm on her side. But then also, like, I would have just gave him the house. If I was like successful, I would have taken the deal, because towards the end he's like, I will design you another home. Just let me have this. I would have been like, okay, fine, because she has a successful business. She's gonna be just fine. Him, I don't know. I don't know. But this movie was so funny. It could have been funnier. It had moments where it could have been funnier, but I thought it was the right amount of funny, because when I first put out my review on TikTok, which follow me on TikTok, put with the end, someone in the comments had said, oh, well, this movie could have been a lot funnier. I feel like the side characters were kind of dull. There could have been more scenes with the kids. I think there was enough scenes with the kids, and I liked the kids because it was twins, and because they actually depicted real life children. I feel like they were the most realistic kids, because these twins liked each other. They enjoyed being around their dad. They had goals and career, like not career, but they had goals and drive. They're always like, I feel like movies are always showing kids being like, I hate life, and like, oh my gosh, I'm emo and I can't do it. And it's like, all right, some kids like living. I don't know. Some kids like life and have fun and smile and things like that. So in this movie, I think that they did that well. And it was the right amount of funny. Andy Samberg was in this movie. The girl from SNL was in this movie, and someone else, Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon and Andy Samberg were in a relationship together, and there was like another couple that were together as well. And I feel like with these two couples, it kind of showed how relationship nowadays, people just stay together so they're not alone, you know, just to avoid loneliness. Because these couples didn't seem like they were compatible from the jump when you first met them at the gun place, whatever. Yeah. I feel like they were not compatible. I was looking at these couples, and I was like, Yeah, these are not compatible, which is a reflection of Olivia and Benedict's relationship. But anyways, we get to the end of the movie and it's a gunfight. A gun versus a knife fight, or a gun versus a oranges fight. And Olivia has the gun and she's like, I'm done. I need you to get out of my house, because he tries to kill her. He tries to kill her with raspberries. And she was like, you were really gonna kill me. And he was like, I was not going to let you die. I was not gonna let you die. And she's like, no, you were going to kill me. You were. And so she goes and gets the gun. He's like, oh my God. Whoa, put the gun down. And she's like, no, you were going to kill me. And she has the gun like this, full hand straight out. You want to kill me? Anyways, that scene right there showed how toxic they were. And it's a cute little exaggerated fight scene, but they end up making up in the end. And I'm such a person to be like, no, they shouldn't be together. They're so wrong for each other. This is so bad. But I just feel like they were right for each other. I wanted them to be together in the end. And then they died. They absolutely died. Don't play with me. They absolutely died. He lit the fire. It was an explosion. But they died happy and together. I still stand by my rating of a 9 out of 10. Definitely go see The Roses. Okay, now talking about Caught Stealing. People are not going to be happy with me about this movie. Caught Stealing stars a little Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. And it's about this man that just gets caught up in a whirlwind of situations that are insane that he has nothing to do with. He just gets caught up in it. Caught stealing, right? He just gets caught in this terrible situation and he has to figure out how to get out of it. Personally, for this movie, I didn't enjoy it. I felt the runtime. This movie is an hour and 47 minutes. And the director put in a lot of eye-catching scenes, a lot of shock factor scenes, right? So they had all these shock factors happening, but then the lulls felt like lulls. I was just kind of like, man, like, okay, you're shocking us. Like, oh my gosh, this scene happened. Like, oh, this person got, this person died, this person, oh, car chase. But then what does these scenes have to do with this? Personally, I feel like this movie was just kind of a slice of life, a sit down movie where you're just watching a bunch of things happen and it's not very cohesive. This is not a Honey Don't kind of situation. It's different. It is different. It is not like Honey Don't, where Honey Don't doesn't make any sense. This movie makes sense. It's just that I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just didn't like it. I was bored. I didn't care about the main character. I didn't care about his life. I just didn't care because it was like we were thrown into all of this. But I guess we were supposed to feel bad. I think it was just for a certain person, and I just wasn't for me. So Austin Butler gets caught up in a situation where these different mob boss people, like Russians and like Ukrainians, and then the police are all trying to get this key that unlocks. Oh, I guess this is spoilers. Like I said that right. That's trying to unlock a storage unit that has $4 million in it, or $40 million in it, whatever it is. It's probably 40. It's probably like a lot more. And he gets blamed for it. So they're all going after him, being like, where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key? And he's like, bro, I don't know where the key is. Why am I involved in this? This doesn't make any sense. And so he's trying to get out of it. And the entire movie is him trying to get out of it. But it takes forever to get to the point. Like, I was tracking it on my phone and I was like, it took us an hour to get to the point and there's 47 minutes left. Usually the first, like when you're doing acts 1, 2, and 3, it's like the first 30 minutes is supposed to catch you and be like, okay, here we go. This is where the story starts. This is why we're here. Like, in the first 30 minutes, you need to tell us why we're here, what we're doing, and how we're going to get out of it. So that when we get to act 2, this is the how we get out of it. But I feel like it wasn't until an hour in that we got to the, okay, here we go. This is how we're going to get out of it. When we get to the plot twist of like I said, spoilers, the cop is the cop is in on it, right? So that doesn't happen until an hour into the movie. So I'm sitting there like, yo, All right. Y'all want something from him. Oh my gosh. Y'all keep coming to the door and knocking on the door. Where's the guy? Where's the key? What's going on? Oh, do you know anything? Dwayne, do you know anything? No, leave us alone. I was like, all right. I'm a hater. Sorry. Maybe if and I was thinking about it because with Honey Don't, I didn't feel the runtime. It did feel confusing. It was a very confusing movie, and I don't like Honey Don't. It's a 2 out of 10. But I didn't feel the runtime, and I think it was because Chris Evans was in it and he looks good. I'm not saying that Austin Butler doesn't look good. He's just not one of my mans. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, if it was Sebastian Stan, would I have thought differently for this movie? You know? So I'm able to have an objective view on this because Austin Butler does look good. He's just not one of my men. You know? He needs to be a Marvel superhero so that it's easier for me to watch the show. So, womp. Is that my criteria for a movie to be good? That you are that you're in Marvel? Was The Roses good or was it just Benedict Cumberbatch? No, Honey Don't wasn't good, and Chris Evans is in it, but he was good to look at. So I didn't feel the runtime because I was like, okay, at least I'm getting some eye candy. Austin Butler does look good in this though. So does Zoe Kravitz. So I do. Okay, personally, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. I don't see myself watching this again because I was bored. I was mad. They had these, like I said, insane scenes that were shock factor. Like, oh my gosh, what? Whoa! You know, they had those kind of scenes, but then I was like, all right, you had this scene for shock factor. I can tell. Now let's get to the story and to the point. And when they were talking, they were just yapping. They were just yapping about nothing. It felt like they were yapping about nothing. I was like, I don't care about these characters. I don't care about what you're saying. 6 out of 10 for me, guys. Let me know what you thought about it. That's the end of my review. See, my review is a lot shorter this time because it's not like Honey Don't where it was the most confusing movie of all time. Yeah, sorry, I can't stop talking about it. This is Poor Things all over again when I'm talking about poor things in different reviews. But let me know if you saw The Roses or Caught Stealing, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if there's any other movies you want me to watch. And make sure to follow me on TikTok. And also subscribe and like. I think I said all the things, and I'll see you later. Bye.